We're back. So while Vic's gone for a drink, I suppose we can only do the right thing and list off the names. There's a few sketchy ones. I'm not gonna lie. There are a few sketchy names. We've got 3 minutes and 45 left to practice. So let's see what's what. So starting off with the Fets. So I'm guessing that's Jabba. BFR Racing Esports. The Malcolmites. Team Gerace. Team RXF. Team Bombshell. Or is it Bombs Hell? Who knows? Sherlock's Angels. Go figure. Full Flamingo Club. Don't know whether that's Dawn's team due to the pink panther that we gave him yesterday or last week. The Barari, Team McLaren, like it. Tacona SAS Racing, Twinfinity, and here's another sketchy one. Jaffa Cake Racing. Is it a biscuit or is it cake? That's the question. Zesty Grandpa Racing. Listen, if it wasn't for your grandpa, you wouldn't be here. That's all I'm gonna say. And the Goats. There are 15 teams racing. Is anyone out on track? We've got Bumba Clark. Let's see what he's saying on Bumba Clat. There are 15 teams. I think Vic's just going to quickly get a drink. I think he's back now.
I'm here. I'm here.
Go on. Who's your dark horse? Give us your dark horse before we start.
There's a few people that I kind of knew, and
the new boys are quick, man. The new boys are really quick.
Doracio.
Have you got the telemetry up right now?
I do. But I know the Santama in first. He did his lap on a
dry. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know that.
So really, what we're looking at is Romeo, the Aston Martin driver, as of last week.
Yeah, Peter Weems 6 seconds off, unless he's sandbagging.
Some serious sandbagging. I mean, the track probably got wetter, right? Over time, and
yeah, but he was quick. He was quick in the dry. You know, what's going on when he's in the wet? Has he got ice skates on? What's going on? You're not putting snow ties on today. What's the crack? What's the crack?
More importantly, today we have our boy.
Clark Kent, yeah. Let's see if we can do anything heroic today. Because from 15th to 5th, that was pretty heroic going. I'm not gonna lie, that was heroic going.
About as heroic as it gets, and I reckon it's got a nice little livery today as well. Different change. There's a Hayabusa on the side.
Hayabusa, oh.
With a bike.
What a motorbike that was.
Yeah.
Oh. Fun little thing. Have you ever seen that smart car that had a Hayabusa engine and they took it to a drag strip and it was blowing everything on the track?
No,
do you remember have you not seen the video? Oh man, when I was about 15, 16, I couldn't get enough of that car. Couldn't get enough of it. The sheer novelty of it. The sheer novelty of it just blew my mind away. There we go.
Ooh,
last 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're about to move into our qualifying now.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen like last week where I was a bit caught off guard because it didn't move over. That was a bit frustrating, but we move.
We have a little bit of software this session as well, so hopefully we can just navigate that pretty easily, and hopefully there's no issues with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. It's a bit finicky, I can't lie.
Yeah, finger on the pulse for this one. My finger's on the pulse. I'm not out. Bumba Clark. Stopping. Skip. Hey, none of that. Seth. F1 rules. You reset.
Get him out.
Get him out.
Get him out.
Cross the white lines in the pit. Oh my god, that's a 10-second.
Yeah, for Fusion. Only for Fusion. Fusion only.
Roof of the hype. 30. Yo, this league looks cool. What the name?
Oh, you don't want to know, sir. You don't want to know. We need experienced drivers, mate, and afraid you're not into that category.
Yeah, we need people. We need people with racecraft, mate, and you don't cut it.
It's gonna bang out. All right, here we go. Qualifying 1, and first one out is Santama. Santama, he's out. He's out.
Let's go. Let's go. Fast race. Let's go.
I need to see what.
Schmidt's the first out. Let's have a look. Oh no, he's not. Here we go. Here we go.
No, you got Santama as the is your first out, I believe. Here.
Yeah, he was quick. Yeah. He was absolutely smashing that right pedal. Bang, 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 bang.
Little gold McLaren, little nice livery he's got there, man. I like that livery. It's nice. Boney Academy.
Yo, Rude League.
Copyright. We'll see.
Ruffle, reel him in, man. Reel him in.
To be honest, man, I don't know what a good lap is in the wet. I'm going to assume it is, and possibly the 150s, 148. I mean, I know 146, 145 is decent.
52s they were getting, I think. I think they were getting 52s.
Yeah, I know 145, 146 was a good lap in the dry. So in terms of wet, we'll see. But I mean, pretty much the whole field's out now. So and they're pretty bunched up actually. Santama got pretty good idea of getting out real early and just getting out there.
Get me out of that absolute drag train.
Let's see what he sets, and then we'll move down the.
Yeah, we certainly will. We certainly will. Is that Schroeder behind him, or is that Dawn?
I think it's.
It looks like Schroeder.
I think it's Schroeder and then Velhurst. Yeah, then Dawn. I think so. We our telemetry is actually working pretty well in terms of the bottom left area anyway of the game. So okay, I think this is the lap starting now, right? This is it.
Yep. This is it.
All right. Into the.
I can hear a bee. I can hear some Aston Martin in the background.
Is there an Aston Martin?
There is.
Bees and the honeys are back. The bees and honeys are back.
Bees in the trap.
Got it. I mean, I'm wondering now. I mean, the rain keeps coming down. Maybe it's best to get your lap out of the way now.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in traffic.
Maybe,
yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get caught in it.
Diana, coming in now into the hour. Great line there though. He blew through that.
Certainly did. Coming round shoot now. Using all of the exit. Love that. Oh, drops a gear.
We don't have a best sector just yet, do we?
No, we don't.
Shame. I don't know. We'll have to. I think it maybe records pretty much after the first lap, right?
How would you pronounce that? Santama?
Santama. I want to say Saitama. If I'm all honest with you, Saitama just keeps coming to my tongue.
Why is Vic's mic so low?
Your mic's so low. Yeah, turn me up.
Turn me up. Watch you up to 200%. How's that sounding?
Mic check. Groffle 30. Am I high or am I low? Give me 3 in a row.
Give me 3 in a row. I think he's running on a potato, to be honest.
They all are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Here we go.
He's about to finish off his lap, and we are hit with a
53.
153.9, and he's going to be followed by now Schroeder.
Oof.
He's 154.6.
7 tenths.
Our boy Saitama's pretty decent lap, I think. It's one to beat. 156 by Verhurst. It's pretty far back. Schroeder does have the best sector 1. He's dropped off in between 2 and 3.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Oh no! Schroeder lost it all in sector. Wait, what's best? Where did he lose that? Yeah, he lost. Yeah, it was sector 1. Sector 1. Allgard now into P2. 154.6. Sherlock moves his way into P4 with a 155.7.
Jump on board with Tom. He's had his lap invalidated.
Is lap him? Tom, do you mean our F1 current leading driver?
You mean the guy that's got a calamity in him?
Good
You mean that
Lord.
man?
I cannot believe it. And here's me thinking it would transfer over.
And Dawn with an invalidated lap. Ooh. I think these boys are really pushing the track limits here, you know, Vic. I think they really are. I think they're trying to squeeze as much time out as possible.
I think they're going to need to as much as they can. I think track position is going to be really important for this race.
Romeo's 4 tenths up, by the way. Should we hop on board with him?
Yeah, stick on Romeo. Let's go to Romeo. Yeah, let's have a look. 4 tenths up on his.
Just flown through the inner loop, going around the outer loop, down into chute. He's going to use the whole exit. Oh, he still had a lot to play with there on the exit.
He didn't need to though. He's 5 tenths up now, so he's getting there. And J Wolf behind him, he's also 5 tenths up on his lap as well. A lot of people here are up on their laps, looking to improve to solidify their positions. And, keep in mind, we've only got 4 minutes left of this short qualifying, so they've got to be quick to put one in and then jump back out. You know.
You'll know more than me in terms of qualifying. Does this go to the double sprint? Does this put them on pole for the second sprint as well, or do they have to qualify again?
No, it would be a second qualifying if I'm right.
Second qualifying, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so it'd be a Q1 race, Q2 race 2. As far as I'm aware, if I remember correctly, when we were in these races. So yeah, they'll have a chance to redeem themselves and with a little bit more practice in a 30-minute race. They might.
Yeah.
You never know when it might change. Romeo is nearly a second up now. He nearly
is he really?
Lost
oh,
it.
He's
absolutely flying. He's about to go a second up now, which would place him into
he could put in
pole position.
Could sink in pole here.
Romeo into pole.
Oh my word!
P1 for Romeo, head of Saitama. We are calling him Saitama now as well because it's so much easier to say. So I'm Saitama, Clark Kent. We got 2.
Yeah, we're building the story as we go along. We're building the story as we go along. That's what we like.
Yeah, Battle of the Heroes.
Listen. Oh, bit of bump on the outside wall there.
Let's have a look at who's up here. We got Hallgard.
I'm gonna jump on with Verhulst, who's 6 tenths up. Oh, he's just set his time. Just missed it. Oh no, we can jump on board. We can jump on board. 7 tenths up he is.
Let's go Verhulst in the white and red McLaren.
Clean.
I don't know.
Clean.
Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know.
He's got that Omni Man. He's got that Omni Man set.
he's got that Omni Man look. Yeah, he does. It's kind of gross. I think it's.
Hey, well, me and you are about to have a good old dust up in the front garden.
Listen, man. I'll be invincible. Yeah, don't. He's also a second up, which will put him into what, a 155. So where's that landing in now?
That would put him
mid pack. Pretty high up. Yeah,
puts him mid pack.
That puts him 5th. That puts him 5th or 6th. Right now, that's where we're.
Dawn's still not set a time. I'm worried.
Looking right now, he's about to finish his lap. He is still just under a second now. He puts himself into P6.
That's. I'm very proud of that time. I'm very proud.
Go Verhulst.
Summerhill. Let's see what he's got.
I think you can tell that he's completely given up for his next. I mean, we got see who's up now. Hallgard is up 5 tenths. J Wolf is up 4 tenths. Hallgard puts it. I think Farg just finished his lap. He moves into P4. 154.1. Gonna have to do a little bit better than that to break into Schroeder's and Saitama's time. But Romeo still remains ahead on a 153.7, pretty much a 153.8.
Oh, Summerhill's used all the exit there.
What are we saying for Summerhill? 3 tenths up. It's very far behind though. It won't really put him anywhere strong at the moment. He's going to really improve. Summerhill was one of our fastest at the Spa practice session as well, so maybe he's just struggling a little bit in the wets. Is what it's looking at the moment. So
it's a hog of a car to rotate, to be honest. Where's Tom? We'd like to ask the same. We'd like to ask the same question as well.
Tom's sitting in our nice little P15. Oh, he's just started a lap. Should we jump on board with Tom? See if he can.
We are on board with Tom. Let's
we on board with Tom?
Yeah, we're on with Tom.
Yeah. I mean, he's already a second up, so I think Tom is struggling just putting a lap together here. In all honesty, I think he's definitely regarded as possibly one of the fast drivers in the.
What's his fastest sectors?
In fact, I mean, his sectors right now, his personal best sector is 32.6. His best sector 2 is 38.7, and his sector 3 is 32.6. Those are his best, but I think he's got to blow these out the water now anyway. He's already second up,
Yeah,
only
he's
halfway through the lap, so we'll see where he
coming down
where he puts us.
up to toe now.
He improves still. He improves even more to making it into like a 1.2 now.
Well,
And him and his vibrating pedals should give him an advantage.
what about Pookie and his fire safety?
Fire safety hazard of Pookie, yeah. Right, we're on the last lap now.
Fusion's 1.3 up. He's 1.3 up, so
there's a lot of people who are up on their laps right now, and I think Romeo is done. He's sitting. He thinks so. Well, that's it for me. I don't need to improve, and he wouldn't, because Saitama at the moment has had to back out. He had a crash, but Schroeder is he's nearly a 10th up on himself, so Schroeder is looking to take Romeo off that top position. He's had a bit of a moment there.
Where we're looking,
Tom's still
Tom.
second up.
Oh,
Tom.
Fusion has
P8
run out of time. They ran out of time. They didn't cross the finish line in time.
Yeah,
by the looks of it.
Lap in. I think Schroeder just made it into it for another lap. I think Romeo has secured himself a P1 position here, maybe. I know Durasio is done. Romeo is...
So the front row, as it stands, is Romeo and Saitama. In third and fourth is Schroeder and Halgard. Fifth, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Durasio.
And Wolf.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think that's
Verhulst and TomTom in 7th and 8th. Clark Kent in 9th. Bumberclat in 10th.
Bumberclat.
Schmidt, Summerhill, 11 and 12th. Slovic and Sherlock, 13th and 14th. Bowler and Fusion, 15th and 16th. Peter Weem, who for me is... That was the guy to beat.
I know.
He's in 17th with Angel.
Clearly, I think maybe not... I mean, lack of practice on rain, maybe. Getting to grips with it, maybe a setup thing. Thankfully, we actually changed the sections of this to 2 minutes now, so we have a lot more time to discuss things, a lot more time to discuss, see how these gets run. And I think it's a formation, a full formation lap round here. So, yeah, we do have to go through the aches and pains of seeing these people go slow for one lap.
Yeah.
Even though I know a lot of people from F1 will still say it's slow regardless. So yeah, I mean, now's the time for strategy, fuel usage. You know, and these guys got to get off to a great start, man. For a formation, oh, my boy Romeo into P1. I love that. Yeah, Romeo impressing. Saitama, he's a new one as well. I'm not entirely sure who these are in chat at the moment, so I will need to probably write that down.
Groffle, more crash equals more fun for stream. Hey, that's rude. If Certy was here, we'd definitely have more fun with the crashes.
So, if you had someone going upside down, sir, you missed it last week.
Yeah, we got Blastoise.
We had Sherlock last week doing that. Who knows? Maybe he goes for 2 for 2.
Hey, Certy, you're always going to catch these strays, buddy. Always going to catch these strays.
30 seconds to the start until our formation lap goes, and hopefully can make a little bit of a line for themselves to go on, because the track is crazy right now.
It is saturated.
For anyone who's at the back, saturated. This is going to be an utter nightmare. I mean,
I suppose if you're at the back, you have the warmest tyres.
What does it matter? You can't see. You just cannot see. You will not, like, honestly, Romeo has...
Catch out, bro, move.
And that's true.
Certy out here calling me uncle again.
Right, there we go. One sec, I need to change this and press drive. There we go. Make sure to press escape and press drive again.
Go.
Perfect. Yeah, formation lap. Romeo's got a massive advantage for Romeo. Maybe not so much to the tyres, but to the vision that he will have going into these
Oh
corners
yeah,
as opposed to everybody else behind him.
Not catching that spray off the back.
It's going to be horrific, and I almost I'm worried about the first turn shenanigans that we could see here.
It's quite a tight right-hander as well, the first turn. Got to be early on the brakes. Got to make sure you've got space to brake.
It'll be fine as long as people, you know, take it carefully.
Our boy Clark Kent.
It's not a sprint. It is a sprint race, but it's not a sprint race. You know, I mean, there's a lot of time to make ground. And,
yeah.
So, you know, this is what we have to take into account, and hopefully our races do that, and we don't have to red flag this or anything, and we don't have to start again.
Yeah, we don't want to step in and red flag a race. We just want to see a race. Oh, thank God for ghosting. Thank God for ghosting.
Honestly, ACC formation like with the ghosting is it's a godsend, because some people are crazy on their these lights. So
I've got a hair somewhere. There we go. Got it eventually.
Put it on a sandwich.
Eventually got there. Van Munster's has got about as much patience as a piece of string. He's like, get a move on.
Van Munster, the man all the way at the back. He's gonna want to have the most patience right now for being if you're at the back there. I'm telling you.
Rolling start, is it not, Vic?
Yeah, it's rolling start. So it's always a rolling start. Yeah, always a rolling start. Yeah.
Coming around the toe, down to the boot now. Jump on boy with our boy Tom Tom.
Wet race, eh? Wet race. I'm honestly super anxious about the first turn here. In all honesty, I'm hoping to God we don't have to do anything.
Cheers for clarifying that, Groffle man.
And
Appreciated.
Saitama said, I'm going ahead. I'm going ahead. I don't think he'll be keeping that position for much longer. It's going to be a dicey situation, this one. But I trust our league. Yeah, Gruffle. Yeah, it's I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, 6G. No idea. Yeah, 2 30-minute races. We're going to Q1, race 1, Q2, race 2. I think they are classed with him being the same day.
My boy Sherlock. My boy Sherlock.
No, it's not 2040 anymore. It's 3030.
Yeah. There we go.
We're not going just yet, I don't think. I think... Saitama just kind of pushing ahead there, pushing the limits on where we can start in this rolling start, and Romeo's found himself in a bit of a already kind of bad situation after this rolling start. He's going to want to edge himself a little bit more forward here.
Booty! And away we go!
There we go, yeah. Romeo keeps the lead. Saitama close by. Schroeder and Hallgard just behind. No one's really made a move yet. We'll see where the first...
Oh, Saitama around the outside. Oh, is he going to make it stick? Using all the curb.
Keeps it there. My God, great. I mean, this is a great start, right? We had no crashes. Saitama takes P1 straight from Romeo. He got caught.
Oh, if we go down to the back. Wilson. Oh, no, and Dawn.
Wilson and Dawn.
Van Munster. They've come together. Is that Fusion that's been caught up in that mess? Oh, it is. Fusion can't catch a break.
Our own fisherman. Come back to the front now, and Saitama has...
Romeo's dropped to third.
Yeah, he's dropped. Schroeder got a position on him. I didn't quite see where, unfortunately. After the collision, we were watching the collision. It was a little bit exciting. Yeah, I mean, we've lost up in the positions already, and Romeo's going to want to solidify that spot back.
Saitama showing why he's the #1 hero.
He really is, and with so little effort as well. Great start, just
that was a brave move going around the outside, especially in the wet. No grip.
He does what he wants. And so far we have ourselves a tight little pack going in now, just all following in a nice line. Can't see any moves being made at the moment. Go through here. Okay, now let's have a look. See who's where. Find ourselves.
Jumping on board now with Vilhurst.
Yeah, Tom's lost the position. He's gone down into
Oh, Wolf's gone wide.
Summerhill takes the position.
It's difficult to see past 5 meters with that spray.
Yeah, I can imagine. Imagine behind like
oh,
a
he's
big
gone wide.
Car as well.
Jump on board with Schroeder.
In the slipstream by our boy Saitama now, and got a lot of work to do to kind of close that bit of a gap that's been made between them.
See what he's got to show for it. Oh no!
Ooh, he has a moment, and Angel and Piers Weemer just kind of caught in the aftermath of that slip, that tank slapper, and now we find ourselves in a
bit
little,
of oversteer.
Yeah, we found this little Truxican standoff between the three, or Mexican standoff. Should
no,
I say,
Truxican standoff from Borderlands 3, man. What a reference!
And yeah, we find ourselves a little freeway fight here. Angel just sitting nicely behind. We're waiting for the moment of Slowick or Piers Weemer to make a mistake. Who are we on at the moment?
Angel set.
Who are we looking at?
I think we're looking on board with Romeo and seeing how he's settling in. You know, he's lost 2 positions already. But these front 3 seem to be gradually pulling away already.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the gaps here. I mean, Thomas put a nice little 0.6. Schroeder put a nice little... Is it 0.9 from Romeo? So, I mean, the gaps are forming. I mean, it's been made very clear who our top 3 fastest are at the moment, as opposed to the rest of the field. But, I mean, our boy Clark Kent, he's being ambitious there.
Dorazio
wide.
Putting himself in the mixer. Clark Kent doing what Clark Kent does. Making positions. Silent assassin he is.
The honeybee of a car is quite good around here. I'm starting to notice. The bees. We've got a tight little fight.
Hallgaard goes wide.
It was very wide, and he just keeps it. But it gives Wolf and Velhurst an opportunity to either create a gap. And you say that, and Velhurst bumps his car into the wall. And any runoff that he could have got on Hallgaard there is kind of gone. Now you'll have to sit behind again and wait for that little moment.
Angel making a move on Slovic. Oh, he thought about it. Going for the undercut, maybe? Oh, he just can't get the power down early enough. Oh, he has a moment. Oh, could that be costly though? Has he caused himself to have some damage? That's the question.
It's a little bit damaged. I don't think it's going to be absolutely life-changing. I mean, is there a better view that we could potentially get on the car to see?
We haven't got chase cam, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to wait. It might just be cosmetic. He might have got away with some cosmetic damage. Let's jump on board with Saitama, who's set 2 personal bests and the fastest lap.
154.5 to beat, and Schroeder wasn't too far behind. He was literally 2 millionth off him. Literally so close. And Schroeder he's just hanging in tight there with Saitama. As this track now starts to get a little bit faster with the line being made for the drivers, and we can see us. I mean, maybe Schroeder closes this gap a little bit, maybe in time, but we'll see. But the gaps are forming. 1.5 seconds from Saitama Schroeder is, and then Romeo's 1.2 seconds behind. And thankfully for them, there's no DRS in this, so they will be just down to sheer race pace in the
wet. People are racing. None of this DRS and energy. You know my take on F1.
I'm gonna cycle through some people here and see if we can find anything. And there is a little bit of a doozy between
jump on board
and Fusion.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Fusion, I think Fusion's made the pass, and we just unfortunately missed it on but he did on C-Dawn.
Fusion's gone wide.
Fusion's gonna
using all the exit on the corner.
Fusion playing "Don't Call It" comeback in his car, radio on loud. He's gonna try and recover from the costly mistake of.
Peter Williams seems to be reeling people in, and he's got Bummerclap pretty close.
Let's move to Piers Wing. Let's have a look. And he is trailing behind.
Is that Schmidt getting the run on him?
Yeah, and Schmidt is looking like he wants to piece that action too. So maybe if Piers Wing to reel in the pack that is ahead of them.
Going around the inner loop. Oh my God! And who was that?
Someone's had a moment. I saw a lot of exchanging of positions, and there is a fight here between Tom and Bumperclark now. I think it was Tom and Sherlock maybe had this bit of a moment. We're about to go 4 wide into this, got nearly there. No, they just slid behind, thankfully.
And that was Bumperclark round the outside on Tom, by the way.
And he's looking. Tom wants revenge. He wants to.
Tom seems to be struggling in that BMW. I'm not going to lie. Seems to be struggling in the wet.
I think it might be down to just the wet.
He's getting a lot of understeer, and the nose of the car is just running out wide.
It's a tight fight though between these. It's a nice little pack that we've got here now of 5 people. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 6? Maybe it's 6 people all fighting for what looks like P8. And Velhurst is going to be sweating bricks for the next God knows how long. What 22 minutes, hoping to God that nobody takes this position from him. And he's got, like I say, like 5 other people wanting it, looking hungry for these positions as well.
Jumping on board with Sherlock now. See what he's got to offer on Velhurst. Is he still racing with a controller, by the way, Sherlock? Because he finally made the move to
He's never going
pedals.
to make the move. He's a controller man. Look, you can tell how jittery that car is.
the janky turning.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch.
It's about as smooth as a ruler.
It was a bit wide there, but they aren't track limits as far as I'm aware. I think he's quite generous with the track limits. But, Sherlock in a strong position.
Yeah, he's got the run on him.
Yeah.
He's got the run on Velhurst.
Sherlock is not a man to back down from a good old-fashioned lunge, but we'll see if it happens into the inner and in the outer.
If gap car.
If gap car. If gap car. We miss out anything in between that. If gap car. It's a very famous saying that.
Oh, he's gone.
Different little line. He kind of came upwards and then come inwards.
He just can't seem to get the power down. I think he got on the power a bit too early, which cost him on the exit.
Car sliding there, just on that corner. It's just terrifying to watch at that speed.
Peter Weem now, the man that in the practice race comfortably won it without any questions. Just went about his business and stayed in front the whole time. But he's currently 10th.
He's caught the pack up though.
Yeah, he was. I'm sure
caught the pack.
I'm sure he was 17th.
He was behind with Schmidt by a good couple seconds, and now he's in the pack and he's making his way up. He has overtook Tom. So, and Schmidt hasn't quite made that move yet. So he's gonna be wanting to do that as well. Try and keep up with Piers Wing, which I'd say was probably looking like his rival at the moment.
I think we need to go give.
Pace.
Yeah, I think we need to go give Bowler a bit of love. What do you think? See how he's getting on.
Well, he's about to make an overtake and slow it by the looks of it. Gets the run in. He's looking real close. He's gonna have to move on the inside now.
Bowler's gonna have to go defensive here, I think. He's leaving the space. Oh, that's a brave.
A lot of respect by Slow.
Oh, there's gonna be touch.
There's a bit of a touch, and that looks. Oh, it looks harsh, but.
Listen, bumper cars. It's GT racing. It's bumper cars. We'll allow it.
I would go and say that maybe Slowick didn't leave a lot of space for Bowler there, and that's.
I think he turned in thinking he wasn't there anymore.
Well, Bowler was definitely there, and he was definitely waiting for that opportunity. I mean, we saw that coming from just the run-in on itself, so. But, yeah, I'd probably chalk that down. Bit of a racing incident in all fairness, and I think from Bowler's perspective, that's probably a very good overtake, and he's made a gap now and looking to challenge, hopefully, P12 next. Some gaps now as well. See, the Bumperclark still right behind Sherlock, and Piers Wing looks like he's about to make a move too.
Well, here comes Tom.
I mean, look at this pack. It's.
I think we'll jump on board with Saitama and Romeo. Romeo's mate Clark Kent up to 3rd, by the way. Where's that coming from?
I think Hargard might have had a little bit of a doozy, and Clark Kent's just kind of slowly reeling in Romeo here. He is. He's 1.5 seconds behind. He's closed that gap by
This man,
a considerable amount.
every time we come back to him, he's made 2 positions.
He's come to show who is the
he's
superior Aston Martin.
He's only a 10th off the fastest lap by Saitama, by the way. So the 2 superheroes right now are absolutely going blow for blow.
Yeah, and this track. I mean, it's still raining. I couldn't tell you if this track is getting faster or slower just with the sheer amount of rain.
I think the cars are getting lighter. I think that's what it is.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think they'll play a major role in the next towards the end of the race anyway.
They haven't had to go heavy on the fuel.
Still...
We don't know when the race will end, for example. We've got 17 minutes and 40 seconds left of the race, Ruth.
Yeah, if you put the hood up, it should be able to tell you. It should tell you at the top. At least it does for me anyway. I've got the basic one on.
Yeah, I've got basic, so I can see the top. If I look at connection ID, I can see how long's left in the race.
Yes. That's working for me anyway. So I mean, I think we should get back to the Bumba Clark fight, and I mean, it's looking. I mean, Bumba Clark's made the move now. I mean, look at it. It's I'm not quite sure when Bumba Clark made that move, but he's. I mean, it looked like it was pending anyway.
I think he's always been there, you know.
No. Sherlock was the head of the pack. Velhurst was Velhurst, Sherlock. Then it was.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And he's finally made that move now. And Velhurst, who we assume would be sweating bricks, is now having the time of his life, knowing that the 5 behind him are all fighting to the very death.
Omni-Man wanting a piece of the action of the top 3. That's what he's wanting. And Clark Kent just set the fastest time of the race, by the way.
I mean, give it a few more laps, and we could see Kent potentially try and test Romeo for P2.
I want to see what's going on with Wilson. We've not given him any love yet, so should we jump on board with Wilson and see how he's getting on?
Yeah, cool. I mean,
we have to give everyone some love. Unfortunately, there's nothing to love.
Poor Wilson.
It's just
by himself.
It's just a tumbleweed.
It is. It's poor for him. But his teammate is doing well, so I mean that's one thing that Wilson can be happy about is that Bumba Clark is making moves up there.
He's rubbing shoulders with the big boys up there.
I'm gonna want to be honest though, Crucify. I really do want to watch this race for PA with the Sherlock and Peter Zweem and that, because this is
Bumba Clark going wide. Could that be a penalty in the grand scheme of things?
And now, from that costly mistake, Sherlock sees himself another opportunity now to have the run-in on Bumba Clark.
He's going to keep him narrow. Keep him squeezed. Oh my God, was that Peter Weave coming in hot?
Just comes barraging in like a missile on a Spitfire. It is
caught out.
Ironic.
I think it was early break from Bumba Clark to try and hold the inside line, and Sherlock is turned into a tortoise again.
Oh, he's on his back. I told you so. Yeah.
Not great.
We said, sir, that this man might open up the defensive turtle phase, and he has again. The turtle strikes back like a Mario, like a Mario villain.
Reef said, "Lol, Sherlock again." Oh, Blastoise can't catch a break. I'll tell you that.
Still in this tight fight here. Now that Sherlock's out of it, though, it is one less person to worry about. And I think
is that Peter Ween?
Peter Ween has to. Yeah, no. That's
Peter.
That is
Argy Bargy.
Oh no, it's not Tom Thumb. Who is it? Is it
We've
Peter
got,
Ween? No, it's
Peter
Bola. Bola. Peter Ween's behind. Peter Ween's just behind. He's after that mistake on Bumba Clark, he's managed to close that gap again. And now it is Tom Tom's turn to attack Bumba Clark for P8. Velhurst now with just an incredible
I really do feel sorry for for Sherlock, man. His connection's gone again. So unfortunate. That's 2 weeks in a row.
He could still be back for race 2, so we'll keep that in mind. Like this is
ooh, a bit sketchy there by Bumba Clark. A lot of oversteer coming in the inner loop. I can hear someone's B again. Must be an Aston Martin.
Schmidt's going wide there. Bowler and Peters.
Oh, Tom's.
Oh, there's a bad crash. And Schmidt. What happened?
I think
Is that Bowler or Peters Weem again? I couldn't tell who it was, but that looks like it might have caused a bit of damage. That was a big hit he took there, and oh, it was Bowler, and Bowler's giving the position back. What a gentleman! What a gentleman! That is
jump on board with Saitama and see how he's getting on.
I don't think he's I don't think that's going to stop you from potentially getting a penalty. That
Oh,
Bowler there, that was...
Romeo hitting the barrier there, giving Clark Kent the run down into turn 1.
He's shorting it down to 0.5 seconds. Now he's Romeo capitulating under the pressure of Kent. Real fight now between our boy Lex and Kent. Now they're going to have a big Aston Martin fight.
Luthor!
Who is the best Aston Martin? Oh, I suppose we're going to find out in 12 minutes' time. Running on him here, aren't he? He's going to go that slipstream. He's going to be extra careful going on the inner.
Oh, great line by Clark Kent.
Yeah, he just has to be a little bit patient going through here. Let Romeo make a mistake and capitalise on that.
He's going to use he's used all of the exit on the outer loop. Love that.
We'll keep an eye on this one for sure because, I mean, if we're looking at Santema, he's a good 6 seconds clear now, and it would take a big mistake from him to cough up that lead to the 2 Aston Martins at least. But I mean, this is a wet race, so you know you never know what might happen.
Someone could just put the throttle on a bit too, aggressively, and that's it. They're facing the wrong way.
That's all it takes, and he has set the PB again though with a 152.6. So the cars are getting lighter, the track is getting a bit better for these to drive on, and the laps are getting faster. So the faster these get, the different these cars are handled. So this could be in Santema's favour at this point, maybe, as opposed to the Aston Martins.
We personally don't know. We think it's just dynamic weather. It could still be wet again next race.
Romeo has slowly made that little bit of a gap again on Clark. Got Clark here. And Tom Fifi's there. If you want to jump on the four-way fight, Tom Fifi's behind Bumper Clark again.
He's a second up on his time. He's getting faster. Should be setting a 54.1.
I mean, Bomberclar's had a massive has improved a lot since the last season. I remember him being in the Bentley and being much slower, and to cut myself off there because Tom looks like he's got a nice run on him. He's going to look on the inside on a late break here.
He's having a sniff. Oh, he's been very respectful there going into turn 1. But he's given Peter Weem the invitation to go around the inside on himself. Oh, Tom.
End throughout a little bit, and I think Peter Weem's going to take advantage. He says, "Go ahead, your turn to attack."
I think he was too respectful for Bumper Clark there, and it's all backfired.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And
tried to be a gent, and now the thug that is Peter Weem. Just took his pocket money
himself. Yeah, he said, "Give me that."
Yeah, and is that your lunch money? Give it here.
Tipped him upside down. Bumper Clark still. Getting back to what I said, Bomberclaw last season was, I think he's one of the back markers at one point with the Bentley, and I feel like he's found himself a new car, a new pace with it as well. By the looks of it, it's strong PA for him.
That's what I love about ACC. Once you find your car, the pace that you gain is exponential. Like once you find your car and how it feels and how it's just suited to you. Your lap times just keep dropping, and you're getting quicker and quicker. You get more comfortable and a lot braver in corners.
It certainly is the case. I think I struggled for a lot. I mean, I went with McLaren for a long time, but I never really felt too comfortable in it. It was always a bit of a risk for me. And I mean, I found my love in the Lamborghini, which a lot of people won't agree with because apparently it's a bus, but
bus.
I quite like it. Since the update, I've not been a big fan of the BMW or anything else, so it really is just a matter of finding your car. I think that might be the same for Bumperclaw at this point.
Ooh, somehow Summerall made that stick. I have no idea how he managed that. It looked ropey from the get-go.
Oh, Schmidt's found in. Oh, speaking of Lamborghinis, I think Schmidt's found he's getting now been overtaken by Summerall.
Yeah.
He's also lost Bowler, who was the original culprit of Schmidt's potential damage.
Angel looks like he's going to be making an attack on Fusion. It's still a bit of a ways back, but you never know. Coming into the inner loop and the outer loop, someone could get it wrong on the setup.
I feel sorry for Fusion here with the damage on the front there. It's a shame really got caught up in that, because I feel like Fusion might have had a much better race otherwise.
He got caught up in lap 1 in the mayhem that ensued at the back. Sometimes you just can't help but be. He's got a nice little run in him. Into the slipstream.
I don't think it will be. In all honesty, I think it will probably be wet again. The weather forecast for.
Oh, Angel with the undercut.
Is majority rain.
Oh, Fusion brave enough to know that he was trying to squeeze him narrow.
Fusion and Angel still there, yeah. I mean, that's so close now. Battle of the Audis. He gets a much better running, I think, there on him, and he's looking now. Just overtake. Are we on inner here? Where are we at the moment?
We're at the back of the boot. We're at the back of the boot.
Okay, all right. I see where we are now.
Oh, what a move by Angel there.
Round the outside, Fusion trying
he can't make it stick. He's left it open.
And Schmidt's just in the middle of the track.
Oh no! Oh, the man cannot catch a break. And Angel will say, "Thank you very much. That made my life a lot easier."
Oh, Fusion. That'll be a big report incoming there from the
Algar
Schmidt is just sat in the middle of the track, and Fusion unfortunately just
Reef, you're right.
Into that.
Reef, you are right. Not Fusion again.
Oh boy, Fusion. I mean, this is why we do race 2 for some of these tracks, is because, you know, it gives people another little opportunity to kind of have another little run in on a race instead of just being completely out.
He's made it look like a bumblebee or a yellow jacket, Aston Martin.
Switch to Peters. He's made the overtake. Any chance we could possibly do that 30-second little replay? See if that works.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see where this went. Let's see where this goes.
Turn 1.
Exit, forming him in.
And I no idea what just happened.
Completely blank.
And brilliant replay system. Apparently, we're in the poltergeist after that.
Are we back on the live race? We should be back in a few seconds, right, onto the live race.
No, I just switched race, so we jumped back on board with Vilhurst.
Okay, let's see if that's correct, because, yeah, okay, we're in the same place, that's fine. Well, that looked like we were going to get a good replay of that, and unfortunately it didn't quite work for us, so I'm not sure what happened.
Someone had a little wobble at the back. Was that Summerall? He certainly was. Welcome to the McLaren, Summerall.
Come jump onto Bumper Clark. Tom's going to make a move. Yeah, we can brave this time.
No
respect it this time.
Tom, you got to be more aggressive, Sonny Jim. Showing way too much respect.
Well, we say that now, but Tom's had a much better run in here now for the next few corners by the looks of it.
It looks like Bumper Clark's tyres are... He's struggling to get the power down.
They really are. Peter weaving off. No, it's fine. Tom is behind.
5 minutes in bin for that. 5 minutes in bin.
Peter weaving. No,
we're not having it.
It's fine. Okay, I thought he was worth a good few points myself. I want to be on that grid now.
-5 points for slivering.
Tom has found himself stuck behind Bumper Clark.
Oh my days, that was sketchy.
That's a moment, and will Tom finally find the moment to do it? But he just can't seem to find this moment to. I wonder
what Spanish superlatives he's expressing to himself right now.
or English. You know, the boy is diverse. You know what I mean? And
Listen,
I'm almost envious of it.
Like I say, the man's really from Gibraltar. He's not really Spanish.
Ah, puta, puta, puta. He's got the running again, hasn't he? He's got the running again. I'll let you know if this changes of any sort. So if we're getting close to an overtake.
Got to go through the grid and see how the rest of Schmidt's doing repairs.
Well,
Fusion doing repairs.
Has Clark Kent had a moment? Horacio's made the overtake.
I think he has done. Because Clark was... Yeah, he has.
Actually tried the replay system on this. Do we dare?
Clark Kent? This is 60 seconds behind.
So we're going to see the moment now and see where he might have messed up here.
Yeah, that's D'Orazio.
I mean, D'Orazio looks as if he's been getting closer for the past few laps, and we've just not kind of noticed. And I think Bomber Class had a moment too, and he finds himself slipping down the field, but we'll get back to that in just a second. So we're going to see where Clark Kent might have just had this mistake.
D'Orazio just kept gaining and gaining. Where's his speed coming from?
Just a great run in there, and just burst past him there. Just left.
It was almost as if he was stuck in treacle. Clark's got to have some damage.
DRS, yeah.
He's got to have some damage.
It looks like that. It looks something's going off here, but we have missed, unfortunately, the overtake on Bomber Clark, who is just. Bomber Clark's retired.
Yep.
In the last few minutes of the race, after such a strong race, and we probably are going to miss that moment now. But
we've got Dawn that's retired, Fusion that's retired, Van Munster, Bumberclat. What about Schmidt? Schmidt's currently in last. He's a lap down, currently on Bumberclat.
Schmidt, I don't see him on the
he's 16th. 16th.
Oh, here we are.
He's right behind Peter Weem.
And he's just been lapped by...
Yeah.
So after such a strong start for Schmidt, it seems to have all gone to the pot now with the crash. I'm somehow surprised that car has survived.
He's still going.
Maybe they were right about it being a
Clark
bus.
Kent down to 6. Yeah, he's got to have damage. Yeah, he must have had damage. He's gone from 3rd.
Would it have not been worth to just
stay out? He had a minute left. He had a minute left.
Is he aware that he had a minute left? Surely you can carry on here. Or is he looking for repair then to come back out? I can't.
I think I would have just braved it 1 minute.
Yeah, I think he's having... I mean, it looks like he's returned to the garage. I think it's... I think he should have stuck that out, in all honesty.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I've got a few points out of that.
I agree.
Now Bowler finds himself in a better position. Summerhill does. Slowick and Angel are fighting now just behind here as well. And Angel, and he's being pushed wide. So it's a defensive move on Angel there. So if you're not having this, I am the better Audi.
I am the better Audi.
And Angel gets a much better, but he has to put on the brakes a little bit to not smash it to the
back. It was slow outside the exit there.
On the inside, he really wants his position. It's so dicey for these corners with so much rain.
Drive through for speeding through the pit lane. Number 91. Who was that? Clark Kent.
And he's caught.
He's currently 14th.
He come back out to save his race and he's only made it worse. Oh. Superhero Clark Kent has felt his kryptonite, which is wet weather in Wakins Glen. So he's got his race gone.
Saitama just absolutely ran this race. From turn 1 when he went around the outside, didn't even look like he was losing the race.
Yeah, he smashed it. It's P1 for Santema, P2 Romeo, P3 D'Orazio, followed by Hallegard.
Wolf.
J Wolf, J Wolf comes in a strong 5th position in the Audi, followed by our boy Verhulst, who had a great race and held off the attack of 5 other racers. So it's a great race from him as well. Peter's Weem, another strong race after such a bad qualifying, finds himself in P7.
Jump on board with Tom Tom.
Tom Tom following to P8, just behind Peter's Weem. So I think he started P8 now. Where did he start? P10, P8, P10? One of those. Santana takes fastest lap as well.
An eventful first race eventful, to say the least. Let's go over some points. Fusion being a magnet for car crashes. That's one point I've got written down here. I think going into race 2.
Yeah, we're about to go into Q2 now, and
Yeah.
Santana's going to be wanting to do what he did last time. Maybe put himself into a P1 position now in qualifying instead. And might find himself even a bigger lead than last race, so we'll see what he does there. And Romeo is going to be wanting to be P1 again as well, especially on the premise that he lost it at the start to Santana around the outside. A lot of thinking to do, maybe a few setup changes. I mean, we're about to see if there's any sort of weather differential on this qualifying and race as well, which might shake things up in the grid.
He certainly was, Ruth. He certainly was. He was doing so well, and he must have missed. He must have hit the wall somewhere at some point. Got picked up quite a bit of damage, and therefore it's just kind of ruined his race. And he must have thought he
was 151.6.
If he hit the pits, it's only like 10 seconds, and it's ended up costing him quite a fair few positions.
Everything okay there, Crucify?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just talking to chat. Face cam.
What was the suggestion of the face cam?
I don't know. I've got my face cam on.
I don't have mine on the moment, but it'll be very rare that mine is on, considering. Race timer might be under the face cams. The race timer is usually placed in the center at the top of the at the top.
It's where our camera would be, wouldn't it?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'll let you know in a second. So press escape and drive again, buddy. And I think the track's dry. The track's dry?
Track is dry.
Track is dry. So we
Track
find ourselves
dry.
in a completely... Yeah, and all we've got is good weather. So we could potentially see a massive mix-up now that the track is much drier, and I think a lot of people here are going to be a bit of a sigh of relief and not having to trudge through the rain again for another 30 minutes. And
looking here,
massive mix for the grid, hopefully.
Quite a mixed grid considering the manufacturers that people have used, to be honest. I see more McLarens than any others, but 4 Mercedes. No, 4 Mercedes, but yeah, 4 Audis, 2 Ferraris, a Honda NSX. That's.
I don't see one on track. All we do is Hallgard. Fair play to him, and he got strong position with it. It's not usually my car to go to, but it's a very niche choice, and I think
yeah.
Just be a bit of a madman to drive as well, in all honesty. So,
Saitama was first out.
He did it again. He said, I'm not waiting.
He said,
he wants first out.
Forget all that madness that's going to happen behind me. I'm setting the first time, and that's it. Don't you worry about it, Groffle. You just enjoy the race. Just enjoy it. No, Einstein said time is relative. Enjoy it.
I wonder why it would be missing from there, though. I do wonder. Not sure why it would be. We've got the same thing on. I'm not sure why it's... But if you would like, I could give you updates every few minutes on how long we got left of the race.
Well, I don't know where they want us to put the face cam then. Because we have chat under the face cam. We also have the alerts to the left.
Yeah, but you can see the race, so the thing should just be there at the top. It should be a little black hood telling you.
If you look at laps 1, I think that's it. 7 minutes 30 at the bottom, very bottom. Bottom left, you'll see it lap 1, and right next to it, that's how much time's left of the session.
Santema now, who's leading the first qualifying lap. I'm going to see what time he puts now in the dry. And
Coming round toe now.
Yeah, massive significant difference between wet and dry, and I'd love to know. We're probably looking at around the 146s, 147s is where people are going to want to. I mean, even 145s is potentially where people are going to want to sit in a nice, comfortable.
He's flying now as well. He's in a groove.
He was in a groove in the wet as well. He don't mess around, Santema. He's clearly a workhorse.
The phrase is "go touch grass." Am I right?
No.
No, touch grass.
No. We don't slander our drivers, no. 145.1.
Lying.
That is ridiculous. I think that's gonna be a real big struggle for people to meet.
Peter Weem next.
Who's next? Peter Weem is next, and where does he sit?
Must have had invalidated.
Must have been invalidated. No,
Romeo's next. Invalidated. That Tom behind. Tom.
There we go. We have he's very far behind. 2.5 seconds.
He'd had a wobble somewhere because he was down 1.7.
Yeah, Schlowick joins him on that pace, and Duraccio is only 4 attempts behind Santema. Bomberclap puts himself in 2 seconds behind as well. The 147 is looking like the mid-pack, or maybe even the back. Don't quite know yet.
On board with Hallgaard now is basically 4 attempts.
Angel puts himself P3. Hallgaard. Oh, Velhurst beats there. He goes to a 146 flat, nearly 146.1.
Are we looking Fusion? I rest my case. Are we looking Fusion?
And he's in the wall. It's just been
and
a
he spun
nightmare
out
for our boy. It's been an utter nightmare. It's a shame. I really do like that livery though. It looks like a slush.
A slush?
A little blueberry and mango flavour, like slush car, you know what I mean?
I don't know, I'm not getting that.
You never had a slush before, you know, when you mix the colours between like red and blue and stuff like that. You never had, like, you know what I'm about. Remember those old, they used to be like little weird ice things in a pot. You used to pop them in your mouth. They were dead weird, but no man, we'll move on from it. We do have a few people that are flying on their laps at the moment, and Tom's a second up on his. Peters Wheaton puts himself into P3. 145.7. So Santema is still dominating this by a good 4 attempts.
There
but
we
Romeo
go.
puts
I was on board with Romeo.
Pole.
I knew he was going to set a fast time. Fusion giving him. And his Fusion causing mayhem, blue flagged and also bins it, and also causing Romeo to have a little bit of a scare. Fusion struggling right now.
Duraccio doesn't improve much, but Santema is improving on his past lap. That would put him ahead of Romeo at the moment. Summerall in P4 with 145.6. The laps are getting quicker by everybody now. Everybody's starting to feel the car a little bit.
3 minutes left of this session as well.
Slowick 2 attempts, but that'll only put him into P11. It's not going to make a massive difference.
Yeah, Groffel, that's not the brightest of ideas, buddy.
Anybody who might be just utterly flying to improve on their lap. Santema's, it looks as if Duraccio and Santema are both trying here for the P1 position. Santema especially, considering he will be put into P1 if he carries on with his lap. Oops, one's had a bit of a spin underneath the quali then. Who was that? Oh, Peters Weem and Duraccio had a moment there. I'm not sure what's going on.
The fastest lap. 2 tenths.
2 tenths faster. Santema sticking it to Romeo there and saying, it's my pole this time. You're not having it from me.
Romeo done.
Oh, no. I got 2 more minutes to go.
I'm glad you got the reference. Tom's 4 tenths, man. Come on, Tom.
What are you eating, boy? I want some of what you're
eating.
Chewing
gum, bruh.
Eat down the mic, bro. What are you doing?
Gotta keep that breath fresh.
looking at him, and 4 temps Velhurst up to 4 temps up. He's that moves him into P5, I believe, or P4 even.
See what Bowler's
No,
got to offer.
P5.
Proper feeling sorry for Fusion. Have we lost a few races this race? Is Sherlock not racing? I can't see Sherlock at all.
I mean, he's probably not come back since his disconnection.
No, but we had 21 races. We're down 2 races.
Who was the second?
I don't know. But I know we had 21 races. Everyone, apart from 4 races, set PBs. That last lap. The last laps, only 4 races didn't set PBs.
We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of the qualifying now, and they're going to want to hurry up. Santana doesn't improve on his lap, but Romeo is, but it's not by a massive margin. It's under
Slightly up. There goes the B.
10th. Going through the inner. Oh, boy, I'm going to come in and throw a chewing at your mouth in a minute.
You're damn right.
Get out.
Never.
He's a 10th up. He's a 10th up now, Romeo. He's looking like he wants to attack for P1, and Santana's got maybe one more lap now just to fend it off. But Romeo definitely wants it. And I think Romeo's probably more confident in the dry than he is the wet as well. So we could see ourselves a very good P1 racer to fight for.
He's 3 temps up now.
First, he's 3 temps up, and Santana is not. This is not defendable at the moment. At least not on the lap that he's playing now. It's going to be extremely close though. Downhill, then back up the uphill. Last few corners to go.
This is it.
Romeo.
Qualifying's
Really
finished now as well, so anyone who's on the hot lap, they've got to make it stick.
Oh, Romeo has lost half. 10.5 here now. He's got these last few corners to really put it all on the line. He's got to floor it through here, and he has done. He's improved by a little bit, but he's dropped off again, and I don't think it's going to be take that P1 position.
The Razio's 6.5 temps up. We're going to jump on board.
Romeo doesn't make P1, but he's so close. He's a 10th off, and he was up and down.
The Razio could qualify P1 here, based on his delta and how far he is behind Santana.
Let's have a look. Daracio can. I mean, he's 8 temps up in that moment.
Oh, we lost a lot of time there.
It seems a lot of them are losing a lot of time in those last few corners where they just need to make
that
everything
turn 9? Turn 9. They seem to be losing time.
Daracio comes around now. It will put him in a very solid position, but it won't be P1 unfortunately.
Puts him P3.
P3. Currently anyway, Velhurst is he's on the lap and he's a 10th up, but that won't put him up. And Peters Weems on 5 temps, so that's gonna have him challenge for Daracio for P3 potentially. 6 temps up. Peters Weems, let's have a look at where he finishes. Hits the wall a bit.
That puts him 4th.
P4 for Peters Weems.
The top 5, top 6 are quick now that it's dry. Oof.
Who we got now? We got Santana with the P1, Romeo P2, Daracio P3, and Peters Weems P4. Verhulst much faster in the dry, finds himself P5. Avoid Clark Kent P6. Summerhill, another fast McLaren racer P7. Halgard finds himself in a different position from race 1, which is 8th position. Tom finds himself in almost the same position as last time in P9, and Angel finding himself way higher up in the field in the P10 with that mid pack just behind him. Unfortunately, our boy Fusion and Cern and T Dawn and Van Munster just at the bottom there, the bottom 4. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a lack of knowledge of the car or how it feels around here on the dry, or maybe just getting so used to driving in the wet that it's kind of threw him off in the qualifying a little bit. Just press escape and drive again. Another good 2 minutes for these two finalise their setups and
get some fluids in.
Yeah, they'll be a bit more confident now that it's dry anyway, as opposed to the last race, and you can see some really crazy racing now that it's dry. Because I feel like the wet race kind of took away a few good fights from us. So hopefully now, with it being dry, we can find ourselves in a much more exciting race, at least for race 2. Ooh.
I'm looking at Joris Petersween to make some big positions this race. He is my dark horse after the performance he put on last week in the practice.
I think he's gonna have to make up for the bad first race. I mean, we have really high expectations for him coming off a Spa. So
Yeah.
you know, I wanted to see him challenge P1 at least, and he wasn't too far off. So with a bit of slipstream and a bit of confidence around the track, we could definitely see him contesting. And I think Romeo is going to be one to. I think I'd put my money on Romeo. If you don't get into any sort of situations in the first few corners, I could definitely see Romeo potentially taking this one. I mean, he's despite what happened.
If you look,
oh wait, what
Roof Groffel, bottom right, you see bottom left. Sorry, you see 30 minutes left of the race time remaining when we jump back on board.
No, I don't really quite look at race 1, but yeah, I've got my. If I had money to bet, Romeo would be the one. I think. I'd put it on Romeo for this race. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's something really stable and solid about the Aston Martin that I just really like, and I think Romeo really has a really good hold of it all. And the McLaren, for me, I don't like putting money on a McLaren, man. I think it's such a shaky car, and it can have moments from here to here and here to there, should I say? Sorry, and I think Romeo might capitalise on that. Hopefully, anyway, at least for him.
No idea, Groffel. It's just the ACC, innit?
Well, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one.
Suppose they don't want to really distract you from the race,
and it's looking dry.
You know what I mean? Because it's a time race, they just want you to focus on the race. You just keep putting in laps consistently. I'm guessing that's what the thinking was.
Last minute little mix up in the weather.
Because I suppose if you see a bigger clock, you get distracted, end up kind of losing control. You know, probably that was the thinking.
Slowick, followed by Wolf, followed by Bowler, followed by Schmidt. Schmidt P15. Do you think he had a bit of a bad qualifying? Maybe his pace suggested otherwise in the rain, and I wonder what might have happened to him in the dry race at least.
Oh, and your top HUD where it says, yeah, I know what you mean, directly in the middle, but we're broadcasting, so we don't have that. We're not actually racing, if you know what I mean. So that's how we can tell. We also have the ACC race control where we can see it on the top right as well. That's how we see it.
We've only got a few more corners left now. I'll slowly get in there on his full formation lap.
I think for Tom now, his best interest is just making a few positions, because the boys at the front, they're rapid. They are quick boys. So if you can just make 2-3 positions, I think that's a good race for him.
I think currently, yeah. Tom's been out of practice on ACC for a long time. I think he's not been here since the last major update of the game, and so I think there's a lot of handling changes and what have you with that game, and obviously coming back to that and having to find your groove again that you had in not so long ago. It's a bit difficult, especially when you consider that these guys at the front are probably on this a lot more often than Tom. So, you know, Tom is a F1 driver more than he is an ACC. So, despite the fact that he has had no practice, I think P9 is a really solid place for him at the moment.
That just shows raw pace that he's got.
Potential, always, yeah. He was very fast in the season that he was in last time before the update. But we are now coming to the last turn now, to the start straight, and Romeo is going to want to take revenge for what Santema did to him on the first corners.
Sticking it around the outside in the wet,
I
by the
hope
way.
so. Yeah, just a really brave move, and I'm hoping Romeo gets his own back here now. We can see ourselves in a...
Here we go.
crazy
Boogity,
first
boogity,
corner.
boogity. And away we
It's gonna
go.
Green lights and away
We
we
got
go.
a great
guys.
start.
McLaren showing his straight his start speed. He takes the racing line. Racing comes in the inside. It looks clean racing right now. Santama gains off a great start, and I don't see any crashes, which is fantastic from everybody there. Unless it's what's happened to Angel? What's has Angel found him? What's
In the pits.
I don't know. I don't know what's happened there.
I think he's just quitting.
Did he have a crash? I don't see any damage. Was he not?
I don't
I'm
understand.
confused. But let's get back to the race. I guess we'll maybe we can talk to Angel a bit later and see what happened then.
Who knows? He might have picked up damage on the outlap. And here we are on board with Vilhurst. He's got a run down on the outside of Summerhill. Let's see what he's got to offer. Around the outer loop. He's going to use the whole of the exit. Oh, that's the toe. That's the toe. Coming down the boot.
All the cars here now just lined up perfectly. Everyone looking at little opportunities to shift the car in, because this is a difficult track to overtake on for the most part. You really do have to take advantage of the lack of straights that it does have to offer. Whether that be the start straight, a bit of dirt kicked up there as well. So
Holgard up 3 positions now already.
Who's it? Sorry.
Holgard's up 3 positions already.
Holgard finds himself with P5 from P8.
Yeah. Vilhurst down 3. Slavik up 2. Dawn up 3.
I mean, Holgard, he's got the best. He got the fastest lap. Holgard, that's been stripped away from him by Fusion.
Don't say it like that.
And Dawn, what's going on here? What races are these boys having?
Hey,
oh God, I think someone just went flying off the end there. Wilson just missed his brake and it just went flying off the end. And Velhurst sees himself above Summerhill now.
how's Dawn up 3? But he's racing nobody. What's going on here?
He's just making moves, making big moves, big stanky moves.
Oh, Summerhill with the sketchy one outside the inner loop. Tom just having a little look on the inside.
Tom held the same position. He's still.
Oh, he sees that. You got to punish him here, Tom. You dictate the narrative now, son. That's what you got to do.
Nice. And Santema has made a massive gap now of already 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And although I had Romeo as my dark horse to win, it's looking as if Santema just has a different pace to the group that is untouchable at the moment.
Who's that on the track right now? Van Munster.
Oh, Van Munster just sat there and everybody's having to just...
I don't know what's happened there.
He's in such a dangerous position, and I don't think it's...
Look,
don't rejoin that Fusion, no! Oh, no.
Has he hit Van Munster?
Van Munster came out. Don't do it, Van Munster, no! Oh, God.
Fusion's retired, he's had enough.
That is...
Well, that'll be getting looked at.
That will 100%. I think Van Munster's in the biggest amounts
Bowler's
of trouble because he done...
got a load of damage now coming into the pits.
What's happened to him? Oh my God! Look at that! It looks like something out of Wreckfest. He's had an absolute meh. Oh God!
If you're right, how unlucky can one person get? It's unreal. I don't understand why Van Munster just parked it on the outside of the apex. That's where you're going to be running out wide.
It wasn't even that. He was there, but then he moved into the middle of the track. And the Fusions unfortunately just come around the corner. It's almost like a complete replay of what happened with him and Schmidt. Turns the corner. There's a car right in the middle of the track. He has nowhere to go. And unfortunately, Fusion just collects him. Or Van Munster collects Fusion.
At the moment, I think
to get back on track.
A few people have Fusion's dog tags.
Confirmed.
Unfortunately, that's the way it's looking.
Yeah, confirmed kills. 4 Fusion, man. I'm not. I mean, we said that race 2 is an opportunity to find yourself in a better position than race 1, and Fusion unfortunately finds himself in the exact same position. Can't goes out for him.
I suppose that's karma. So he must have been doing something naughty in the real world for the game to reward him like this.
Yeah, maybe that is the case. Maybe
He's got some bad juju right now.
some serious. I mean, it's a bit more than bad juju. I don't know what curse has been put on Fusion, but it's.
I think we are gonna get Fusion in.
I don't.
He did say he wanted to. Listen, it's got to be the first one we go to.
Let's let me drop a message. Let me see if we can bring him in now. Let's see if we can. We might miss a few bit of the race here. Let's see if I can.
It looks like he's fully retired, by the looks of it.
I'm gonna try and get him up and see if he's got a moment to.
Lovic defending Wolf right now. Wolf all over his rear. He gets a good run out into the outer loop. Great defending there by Slovic.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Fusion in, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What we do, Groffle, it's what we do.
Okay, we're gonna give Fusion just a few more seconds to compose himself after.
Yeah, he needs to go have splash his face in the mirror with some cold water.
I've been there before. Yeah, I've been there before a few times. So.
He's a polite young man, so I know he's not got the vernacular that me and you have when we're frustrated.
Pure beatdown of the PC. All punches.
All clubber lang, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's on site with the PC. It's on site with the Mono.
Summerall up to second, by the way. Oh, no, he's not. He's retired.
Why has that happened? What is... people having... I can't tell if people are having repairs, they're having... They're out. I feel like we're missing a lot, but I mean, Durasio is right behind Peter's Ween. We could jump on board with this one, mate. I need to get your little thing back up before I pull our boy in. You there?
Hey man, there's some really kind words, Groffle. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Please message me once you are ready to be brought in.
Oh, weed. I think cocaine does the opposite. That speeds you up. You need weed to calm yourself down, or mushrooms. Not that I'd know.
Hanging off the back of Peter's Weem, and they look very similar. They look very similar on pace.
Tom's up to 8th, by the way. He's pinched a position like we've said he should be doing. That should be his main goal, to start pinching positions.
I think the pinching the position is potentially Summerall going into.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you got to be in it to win it. That's how I look at it. If you're consistent and people are having bumps and scrapes, you've got to be there to take it.
Hey, listen, that's my whole F1 strategy. So that's what we go on. You know what I mean? We take wins where we can. But we find a pack here with Hallgard, with Clark Kent behind him and a Verhulst as well. Just sitting behind, waiting for an opportune moment to potentially.
Hallgard started 8th and he's up to 5th. So he's having a really good race.
He is having a great race. However, I do feel like in a few laps that could potentially be compromised. I mean, we do know Kent for pulling pace out the bag out of nowhere. Just finding himself in great position. So.
Every time we've come to Wilson, he's just, unfortunately, he's just in.
Just fighting the car.
He's fighting himself and the demons in his head.
It's that old Spitfire, man. He's moving like that old Transformer from, which one I'm on about? The one that coughs its parts off.
Oh, listen, you said Transformers and it was. Where my brain went was what we were talking about the other day. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, let's not do that here. Yeah.
No, we're definitely not. I'm just telling you. That's when.
Oh, J Wolf is slowing. The moment, I don't know, he's slowing. Had a moment.
Hent being chased down by Verhulst. We're on board now.
There's so much going on in just
Clark
different
Kent
parts of the track.
under that yellow sun, getting his powers back. Ooh, a little bit of a rough exit by Verhulst.
I think, Gruffle, if I was Wilson, I'd be doing a Street Fighter bonus round on that car, man. I'd be beating up, you know what I mean? I can show you, kid. Just giving, you know,
Slamming it.
Just getting as many bonus points, sweeping the foot underneath the tyres, you know what I mean? Just really getting stuck in there.
Maybe Wilson wants to give the interview in the car. Oh my god.
I think at this point, he's going to be stuck in it.
You know what? We could get words of encouragement. That's how I see it. Come on, son.
Ooh, Verhulst extremely far wide then on that corner. And I'm gonna check on our boy here. Let's see.
We have 3 people in the pits. Dawn's retired, Fusion's retired, Bowler's retired, Summerall's retired. We've had 4 retirements, by the way. And Angel.
And this is in a dry race. We thought this would be happening in the wet, but it seems like
we only lost 2 in the wet.
And yeah. I mean, you know, I think one of them even came back out. So I mean, you know, this is it's unexpected. In all honesty, I genuinely thought we would have ourselves a. That being said, though, maybe people be a lot braver now in the dry and.
All I'm saying is when you're last on the grid, you fight them intrusive thoughts to do a 180 and drive into people like you're 5 years old again. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's you, maybe. Some of us want to finish a race. See where we're at now,
Hop in the car when he does a pit stop. We won't be doing that, Gruffle. Hiya, mate. How you doing? Well, I'll see what Seitzman's going up because he just set the fastest lap of the race. He's currently 3.2 up on Romeo.
We're about to drag Fusion down.
Okie dokie.
Let me just figure out how to...
Single man, reveal yourself.
Wait, because the dragging feature in Discord is really bad, so... Because we're so far below, it's like... Let's struggle to get this...
Minimized all the other things.
Good shout.
Sometimes I wonder whether your brain brains.
It doesn't. It never brains. Well, man. Alright, here we go. Hello, Fusion.
Hello.
Hello. We saw what happened. Care to take us through both race 1 and race 2 in those moments there, buddy?
Well, race 1, not awful. I didn't have much pace in the wet. I hadn't been set up for the wet.
You got caught out at that mayhem on turn 1 though. We seen that.
So I spun trying to avoid another one of the Audis, which put me down at the back, and then I got killed by Zummerville, who just rear-ended me straight into the wall at turn 4, which was great. And then
so it's always away.
And then my race got ended when I got a meatball flag when a car rejoined straight into me. So, not a great first race, which it got a bit hot under the collar, that first one. And then lap 2 of the main race, so in quali I didn't have any force feedback, that's why my lap time was so bad and only got a lap in. I kept trying to fix my force feedback. I got it working for the main race. I felt I had good pace, the car felt good.
What do you think the issue was? Why
with my force feedback?
Yeah.
No idea, it's always, on ACC I have issues with it for some reason. I got it working there for the main race. It just seems to, session to session, the force feedback seems to change. I don't know why. It's annoying.
It's a damn shame, really. And race 2 there, it looked like you just kind of...
It was Van Monster, wasn't it? It was
it looked like you just
come
around the corner and he just kind of turned into it.
I've just watched the replay, and so he's spun out, and then he has spent an entire lap...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Half a lap, just sitting on the racing line. The leaders start to go past him, and then he begins to move forwards.
I thought that.
Into the track, and then obviously he's just moved far enough forwards that the line I've taken means that I can't avoid him. I'm braking, trying to go left, can't avoid him, so he's taking me out there. As if that's not bad enough, he then hits the wall, spins back into the middle of the track. He then, as my car's getting going again. I lost probably like 5 seconds, had quite a lot of damage. He then drives into me a second time, just to make sure that, you know, I'm super pissed off.
Make sure the job's done.
We call that double tap.
He spins me out, and then just he drives into another person.
Yeah, we saw that too. Yeah.
How I seen it, I was looking at the radar and seeing like a yellow. So it was highlighted on the minimap, and I could see yellow. I'm like, that's someone that's about to be lapped. And I'm thinking, are they in the middle of the track? And then we're on board with Santama, and we just see him narrowly miss, and everyone else follows the train, and then the car starts rolling back into the middle of the track. And that's when you got caught out by it, because he just rolled back into the track.
I find that hard to see how that's. I mean, it might be an accident, but that's a lot of accidents to have.
I guess we'll see after the race.
I think for a full race lap, you're still being there.
I'd be surprised.
It's not a good look.
I'd be surprised if he's still racing next race.
Thomas is probably going to be in a lot of trouble, right? It's a
exactly,
shame,
Brothel.
Fusion, but
Brothel. He'll confirm.
Much better one for you if you are here for Imola.
It's a shame. I had
apologies, Brothel.
I felt decent race pace in practice. I was doing 45s.
Yeah, you would have been up there. Yeah.
What do you make of the new boys then that have come to the league?
Some of them decent. Some of them clean racers. Some of them not so clean racers. So I think we'll see a couple of them not back for the next couple of races.
All right, Fusion. We're gonna let you go now, buddy. We're gonna drag you back up and get back into the race again, mate. But I appreciate
good luck with
you
the rest of the race. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, good luck next race, mate.
Have a good day, mate. We'll catch up with you later.
We'll catch up later, pal.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Right,
back to the race. Man. Tension's high with Fusion there. Really.
He's firing shots. Some of them. He did an old Samity Sam firing the shots.
Yeah, he said, "Give me 5 minutes to cool down." Came back, shots fired anyway. So,
came in like Conor McGregor.
In his defense, I think in his defense, a lot of people are going to be thrown up there. A few tickets being thrown in, but we'll get back to the race now.
Yeah, I might go on a vacation for that FIA meeting. You know.
We don't get to do that. We don't get to do that.
I might be on vacation. I've put it in my holiday request now.
I don't know if you want to move on to Peter's Weem here, but we're looking at a bit of a fight here now.
That's
side almost.
I've been watching it for a while while we were talking
here.
to
Is
Tom.
That where we're at? Yeah.
We've been watching it for a while.
Durazio just.
He's been here the whole race, not been able to get past Peter Weem. Joris. His real name's Joris.
Joris Peter's Weem. And,
he gets a great exit though. This could be it. He's going narrow. Peter's going for the defence.
He needs to defend this corner. The Ferrari's very fast in a straight line. Now he doesn't know where to go. He don't want to
He's kept him narrow.
Outside, but he kept him outside. He goes wide. He's going to lose. And Peters also loses it. So I don't know what this means for the pair of them. They both still end up side by side.
He's on the old marbles on the outside. We know what that's like. Nothing like racing on the marbles.
Well, the problem with
hideous
this Ferrari is I always find the tyres, and I don't know if they said they updated it, but the Ferrari tyres just drop off, and I think it's just of how aggressive the car is. So if I was to put my money on anything, I think like Peters might slip away towards the end here with the beam of just being a little bit more nicer on the tyres. But I mean, I could be wrong. You know, we don't quite know the ins and outs of every single of car at the moment, so if we could do a little bit more research on that.
Clark Kent and Vilhurst, here we go.
Vilhurst has been a bit similar to Durazio in the same situation, right? Just sat behind this car for so long. And
Omnivan versus Superman. What's this, Mortal Kombat?
I think you find he's Superman, thinking of injustice. Sorry, my bad. It's the India.
No, but the both franchises that never mind.
Don't count.
If you want to be like that, then you be like that. Listen, don't worry.
I don't know if you want to jump onto.
We'll go back and review that VOD, yeah.
Yeah, come back onto Slowick here, but we're looking at a little.
No, we're not.
It wasn't
because I was on it before Clark Kent.
Schmidt was they were 0.3, 0.6, and now they've dropped off a little bit, maybe in the class fight for the position there. I think what gaps have formed, and we've just got like little tiny pockets of.
I think everyone's settled into their pace now, haven't they?
I think this was
evening, Zach.
Case with
How we doing, son? All right.
And maybe Wakins Glen being a bit new to some people. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be.
Listen, Gruffle, make sure you get me that vacation form, yeah? I need it. This FIA is going to be fun.
Who will probably practice this quite a lot, as opposed to the ones who have only just kind of got the hands on the DLC itself for this league. So, you know, we were always expecting little pockets here and there. And it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so easy to get just caught up in them with how hard it is to overtake on this track, especially on this area here. The ins and outs is so difficult to.
Oh, here we go.
Where you go. And just as I was saying, you just never know where you might end up just through these bits. And Bumbleclark capitalizes on his mistake.
Has a little bit of a hairy moment going through the inner loop, and subsequently he's lost position to Bumbleclark.
Unfortunately for Schmidt, yeah, but I don't think that's the end of him. Yeah, these three seem quite tight on pace.
Fantama is 8 seconds up now on Romeo. He's just settling into a nice groove, make sure he's not losing any time and just knocking out the laps like it's nothing. We've got currently 9 minutes left of the race. I think everyone's kind of settled into. There's only a few positions that are really up for grabs now. Everyone's settled into a rhythm.
Yeah, I think we're looking at what we kind of looked at in like the Spa practice session last week, where we just fortunately find somebody who's just that little bit faster lap by lap, who can just kind of take that lead and just stick with it. And all Santam has to do now really is just have a nice relaxing time for the next 8 minutes. Don't even need to push really. You've got 8 seconds to play with.
It could theoretically be a second slower each lap and still win the race.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's nearly 2 minutes a lap here, and you know, how many laps have we really got? 5 laps at most.
And like on GT racing, a second is a long time. It's not like F1.
Oh, yeah.
Second is a lot of time.
Yeah, it's difficult to relay in, and
especially with the pace these boys are setting at the front. A second that's an eternity for them.
I mean, this is a cracking fight here with PSV and Durasio. I can't believe this is still going on the way it is. It's so close into every single corner. Just not one making a mistake, not one, you know, faltering on each one of these. And you know, this is a big fight for P3 right now. Oh, he's working on the inside. And
there's contact!
And the impatience of Durasio just finds himself now, and he's flashing these lights. I believe he's saying, "How very dare you get in my way, PSV? I will be back."
With a vengeance.
I sure hope it's not with a vengeance. I just hope it's a nice clinging overtake. But now Durasio has to make that ground up again.
He's got 7 minutes. I think he is quicker than him, but once he's behind Joris, he just can't seem to get the move to stick.
I mean, we were talking about the pockets of races here and gaps, but I mean, Hallgaard is not very far away from Durasio. Our boy Clark Kent is not very far away from Hallgaard, and it's the same for Vilhurst on Kent as well. He's still stuck behind him the same way Durasio was PSV. So any slip up here at the moment can still cost you at least 2 or 3 positions, no matter who you, unless you're
I'm liking this pocket though. Sorry to interrupt you there, Vic. With Slovic, Bumbleclark and Schmidt, it's nice and close, nice and tight, and we can see a lot of fun here. Bumbleclark has a moment, leaving Schmidt to go around the outside of both him and Slovic. Coming into the inner loop now as well. Going to be difficult. Who's got the minerals for it? That's the question.
It is, and I think that McLaren is just a lot faster than the Lambo in a straight line at the moment. But Slovic is hoping that these two behind him just keep fighting, just to hold on to this P10 position, or at least make a mistake. And talk about Vilhurst sweating bricks early, but no, I think Slovic has took the role of sweating bricks and
sweating bricks.
And he's got these two madmen behind him who just desperately want P10 position. Every point matters in the ACC League, and anywhere that can get you a few points.
You do, Raffle, you do you, man.
It's what matters. So, Slowik's little tank slapper on the end there, and that could compromise his exit, but it doesn't seem like he's lost too much time.
Grab a little bit of water.
Yeah,
Thirsty, weren't this?
Yes, bloody hour long we've been going for, what is it? Nearly 80 minutes? Nearly? 5 minutes left of the race?
And we got post-race after that.
Oh yeah, we're going to love that.
Could you just, Vic, while you have a moment, could you quickly have a look at who, because I've forgotten off the top of my head, who have agreed to come in for post-race?
It's looking like the majority. The only people that really haven't signed that is one person.
Sherlock.
So. Oh, that goes without saying anyway. I want to bring in a few people anyway. Let's. I don't know who's.
Or on board with Vilhurst on Kent.
Let's find out who that is.
Clark Kent goes a bit wide, giving Vilhurst the run down. Probably the outside of toe.
Yeah, I feel like Vilhurst had to go a little bit wide there just to avoid running into him a bit. Just to make sure there was no contact there made, but the battle for P6 is not over whatsoever. And he's only got 4 minutes left to fend him off. Vilhurst has only got 4 minutes left to
get the winner in if he wins it. Did he opt in though? That's the question, Groffle. Did he opt in? We don't even know what he might have a different name.
Yeah, unfortunately, Groffle, I don't know who Santama is. Santama is via Discord, so unfortunately we just have to bring in the people that we kind of know at the moment. And hopefully, the longer this league goes on, the more
we get to know people. A lot of these new boys that we don't know.
Just off the back of him the whole time. Just no quad. Gets a better exit there.
Like
I think about to go side by side.
He's got the inside.
Oh, and he goes side by side. And then now about to go into the inner. And this is the mastermind just squeezes ahead. He's gonna sit in that slipstream now. And
this is a great
little
race,
amount of time. Oh no, is he gonna brave it? Surely not. He doesn't. Thank God.
Otherwise, we're in FIA.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looked like it's gonna end in catastrophe. What a race!
Clearly jump on board with Bumbleclat is 1/10 behind Slovak. Oh.
Look at this fire! They're just stuck to each other like glue, like a.
They're like gnats on the back end of a horse. That's what they're like.
Yeah, Schmidt has just been unfortunately just sat behind these two guys for so long, just not.
He's got the inside going into the inner loop.
No, you have to be a madman to make an overtake there. The lunatic. It's been done before for sure, but I don't know if Schmidt had the minerals to really throw it in there. And I think Bumbleclat thankfully just probably swiped his head there. They'll sweat off his head. Send it.
Let's go on board with Wilson and see how he's getting on. And Summerhill. Yep. As we feared.
Poor Wilson, just in a race, but I mean, but he's been lapped, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? And
on board with Tom now as well.
Yeah, I think Angel and Wilson are just too far behind to be in contention for anything. Massive here, unfortunately for them, and this is probably going to be a race that they want to forget. So, but this fight here between Slovak still going on.
Oh, might want to jump on board in the last minute or so with Santama and see how he finishes out the race.
Yeah,
I think he deserves it, considering we missed him crossing the finish line on the first race win, and he set the pace going into the second race as well. So I definitely want to jump on board with him on the last stint.
Yeah, the confident 12-second lead, but I mean, Romeo's still got everything to race for at the moment. His competitors are only 3 seconds behind him now. Peter's Ween just sat behind waiting. The Rat Seal 3 seconds behind. Peter's still not made any massive ground on that. Hallgaard sits 7 seconds behind, but Hallgaard still has Clark Kent and Verhulst behind him, so Hallgaard might have had a bit of a mistake here. We find ourselves in a three-way fight between
he must have had a wobble because he had a decent gap to the rest. And here we go.
Let's get on Santana. He's still got one more lap to go. I think if he crosses here, he does. He still has
Yeah, he has one more lap.
Yeah, there you go. Santana sets out. Probably could have done a little bit of a break there. Braked at the finish line and said, I don't want to do another lap.
Holgard has another little sketchy moment. Leads Clark Kent to have the inside. Oh, Verhurst. Oh, there's contact.
Oh, I don't think was there contact. I think there was
a slight,
a bit wide.
There was a little tap from Clark Kent. I think it was just a coming together, and he's lost 2 positions subsequently because of that contact, I think.
And in the last lap of the race, Holgard seems himself in P7 after having such a strong race for so long. It really can just lose it all.
And Schmidt's finally made the move on Bumper Clark. Finally made the move.
It's finally been done, but now Slowick is still there in his way, a giant labyrinth wall. He's flashing his lights. He's trying to psych out Slowick in his last few corners. And all Slowick has to do is just put that car ahead of him. That's all. He's got one more lap to do so. And it's going to be squeaky bum time, they say, for the likes of boy Clark Kent, Slowick, and these pockets of tight races that they're having.
And here we go. Here we go. He's coming onto the home straight now.
Soon.
Turn 9.
More corners, yeah.
This man, the pace he's set for this race has been, quite frankly,
Alien.
Great. Alien.
Best lap.
Extraterrestrial. What can we say? This man has just set a pace that no one else could keep up with.
Yeah, there we go. And Santana on the start straight line now, going to finish his lap and finish the race in P1 position. Massive race from Santana. Absolutely huge. Just so confident. 12-second lead, 30-second lead. Just storm.
Turn 9.
Romeo moves into P2. And then Peter's Weem into P3. And Durazio never made that 3 seconds that he needed on Peter's Weem. And now we see Clark Kent coming onto the start straight. Kent is ahead of Velhurst, and he will get P5. Velhurst with a cracking race into P6. Holgard, unfortunately, losing positions into P7. Our boy Tom into P8. J Wolf now 8 seconds behind Wolf. He crosses the line into P9.
Schmidt's got to be. Oh, he has a moment. Oh, Schmidt has lost it. Oh.
Slowick and Bumper Clark are going to be. Oh, what a sigh of relief that is for your last few corners. Slowick coming home, earning the P10 points.
No.
He's been fighting so hard for. What a race from them two, and it's such a shame for Schmidt, who could find himself in a bit of a hairy position now. If oh no, I think Angel's far too bad. Yeah, I mean, basically.
And that's it. We've just got Wilson and Schmidt.
Yeah. Angel's finished. Wilson's coming over now. He finishes, and
yellow flag
Schmidt comes into P12. Yeah, I think. Was it Bumper Clark? Why is Bumper Clark letting past there? What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. He's ran out of fuel. That's what's happened. He's ran out of fuel. He ran out of fuel.
No way has he just run out. Oh my god.
Did Schmidt take that position back? He did. Oh no, not like this.
It's all kicking off. Oh wow. Well, what a race that was. Santana just taking it just by a country mile. Just huge stretch, and that makes him pretty much our championship leader at the moment now.
It certainly does.
Yeah, with Romeo probably sitting behind him. Piers Weem was it's a much better race too from Piers Weem, despite his little moment with Durazio. But them two look like they might be close rivals in the next few races. Our boy Superman in 5th place. Cracking race from him, holding on Verhulst for so long and getting that position on Holgard, who I think they were just waiting for a mistake from. Tom pretty much finishing where he started. Maybe
he made a position up. He did make a position.
Yeah. You know, he's definitely a man who wants to improve. So I think next race we could definitely see him potentially higher up with a bit more practice there. And yeah, cracking race. And I'm gonna be honest. Let me see who's in the chat. You might want to come in and have a little doozy with us. Drop a few messages there.
Get rid of that.
Let me
Go for it, buddy. Go for it. Go grab someone.
I'm gonna go message Tom right now. Let's see.
You grab the replay before you get off. Save the replay.
No, I didn't manage to because it switched to the next race so fast. But it's okay. It's all on stream anyway, I guess. I'm gonna just pop out a chat and see if I can get his attention.
Yeah. You do you, buddy. We want chat there. There we go. While I'm just quickly muted, how do we think the race went on, people? We enjoy it. What went on?
Do that, and then we pull our boy down here. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Hello.
That was so lonely race, bro.
Yeah, we saw race 1 kind of just sitting like a pack of 6 for.
Bro, I couldn't overtake, man. I didn't have the balls, man.
Have the minerals.
Side by side at turn 1, bro. I just couldn't do it.
We kind of said you were showing people a little bit too much respect going into corners.
Yeah, it was.
I'm getting used to ACC again, innit? Next race.
Is that what this is? Yeah. I mean, you did a little bit better in race 2 when it was a bit dry. You've gained a few positions. You weren't too far off some of the front runners. Maybe not so much Sam Temmer, but in terms of the little pack in front of you, you weren't too far off there. I feel like you had a bit.
Wait, is Bumper Clark Pookie? Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, I'm just looking at you. I was just looking at who denied it. It said Bonker 95 Bumper Clark.
No, it's not. No. Different bunker.
Right.
So
back to Tom. Sorry for that.
Oh, yeah, did you guys see Angel pit in the formation lap?
We're gonna bring him in hopefully for that. So I'm gonna have a little look at him.
He didn't have enough fuel, so he was gonna pit early.
Oh no, is that what it was? He didn't fuel in time.
I think he fueled for a 20-minute race.
Oh no. We seen Bumper Clark literally run out of fuel when Schmidt had binned it.
Oh, was that the first race?
Yeah, he ran out of fuel.
Second race.
Second race.
Oh, he did it again.
Yeah, second. Did he?
Again? Did he do it in the first?
He was ahead of someone was ahead of me in the first race, and they ran out of fuel. I swore it was Bumper Clark, but may have not been. I don't know.
So do you feel like next race you might be on pace for these front runners with a bit of practice time?
Probably not. I don't know. That was going max push there, bro.
That was everyone, was it?
I was trying, bro.
Yeah. What do you make of the new boys that have joined the league?
Nah, man, they're so fast.
The quick boys, aren't they? The quick boys.
Bro, a year ago I would have won this race.
Guy said, in hindsight, I would have won it.
Shame it's not a year ago, right? What a shame.
This is season 3, and we've got some big guns in here now.
Yeah, these guys are mad.
Yeah, they're definitely showing what they've got in the first few races already. So you've got a lot of ground to make up there, Tom, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Think you're capable of doing it?
No.
Unfortunately, I have got him sorted out, Groffle, but because his son's running about and we'll see the camera, it's going to be a bit overstimulating for him, so we just can't just do that at the moment. Maybe when his lad's not here, we might be able to, but up till now, this is what we have to do. I'd really love to have his face there so we could see his live reaction to things and my live reaction to things, but unfortunately we just can't do that at the moment. Slovic, Dawn, Angel, we've spoken to Fusion, we've got Peter Romeo, one of the quick lads that came second twice. There's going to be definitely a few clips for FIA. That's without a shadow of a doubt.
Let me drag him down. I'm gonna grab myself a bit of Peter. Peter?
Yeah, hello.
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 How are you doing? You feel good after that race? Feel good after the first 2 races there, or?
Very good, yes. For the Aston and my age, I feel pretty confident. So I'm really happy with that. I take it all day long.
Yeah, you were setting some pace out there, son. You were setting some pace.
Yeah, we're really impressed with what you
Yeah,
could
we
do with
were.
the Aston. I really did have you down for race 2 to kind of stick it to Santema, but it seems like he had a little bit more pace
Yeah,
around the track.
the McLaren goes a bit better on Wakins Glen. The Aston is okay. It's a good car. It suits my age, so it's okay.
That's what we like to hear. And do you feel like in Imola you can find a bit more pace to challenge that championship lead, or
I have to see because Imola is not my track.
you're
I
not?
think
not too
I
good
will
at
be
that?
a bit off pace in Imola, but we'll see.
Perfect, perfect. And if I don't mind me asking, what do you think of the other races in here? Do you think some of them are too fast? Good competitors, good competition.
I think it's good competition. Because
Yeah, it's
I
good.
have, yeah. Because I see, and in first race I had a bit of struggle on the start, so
Yeah, that's
then Saitama was off. I have no
yes,
chance.
he went around the outside and then he just
And
kind of
second race, after he was in front, he was off, so no chance. Wait,
Is there any
but
boys?
pace is okay.
Is there any boys that you know that we don't know coming into this new season?
No.
Is it no? So you're not aware of any of the races. You're here first time and getting on with business. I like that a lot.
Yes, he's getting to know the other people in here through racing and not so much chatting at the
Exactly.
moment. So that's just one way to learn. It's that way, right? Well, I'm glad you've had some good races there, Peter. Man, we enjoyed watching you last week.
Yeah,
at
we
Spa,
sit-
and we certainly enjoyed watching you this week. So we hope you enjoy it a little bit more for the next race, and hope Imola's a better track for you to
A lot
to improve
kinder.
on. Yeah,
The,
yeah.
We'll see.
the wet track for the first race was.
Well, track was okay. I
It
was
was interesting.
thinking it was yeah, it's very interesting. I was thinking it would better, but Aston works on rain, so it's okay.
Yeah, I thought as much as well. All right. Peter, it's a great.
Thank you
chatting
very
to
much, Peter.
Being the
You're
first
welcome.
time in here, it's awesome to have you chatting here, man. I'm just going to drag you back into there and close this out, I think.
Okay, have a
Is that
good
all right?
night. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye
you
bye.
too, man.
Great race, man.
Great race.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Have a
Man.
good night. One
Bye.
more, you reckon? Grab one more. We have got we've got Slovic and we've got Dawn and we've got Angel.
I kind of want to bring Angel in. Let me go talk to Angel. Let me go talk to my boy. One sec.
Oh, it was a really good race to commentate, Tom. Really good race. A lot of action, a lot of overtaking, a lot of like
Right,
trains.
Angel, and we're gonna talk
Like, if you know what I mean, like where people have
start was.
nose to bumper and
Here we go.
a lot of things unfolding.
Angel, my boy.
Hello.
Here we go.
Wanna talk about race 2?
Yeah, we need to start with that.
So
What
okay,
happened?
I'm in the Audi, but I've got Ferrari strategists, right?
Guys,
So
said you got a Ferrari strategist. Love it.
I called Binotto and he was like, how much fuel do I need? And then he was like, oh, you only need 40 liters, and I added 40 liters, but then it was a 30-minute race. So me
Appreciate it,
being
Tom, man.
smart, not trusting my pit
You'll have a lot of
stop
fun
anymore.
watching it. There's
I
just-
pitted lap 1 or formation lap.
Fusion was
rather.
having a rough one.
And the game was like, nope, can't pit you. So they were like, out, stay out. So I went out, and then next lap I pitted again.
Oh,
Got my fuel.
and that's why you were lapped down. That's why.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I still got points.
I mean, a lot of people retired
Yeah.
due down to a few crashes and stuff.
Oh,
like
I
that.
bet he was.
So what position was he in? Was it like P
13, I think.
P13? I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
and,
Race 1 was
what-
more fun though. I had a few good battles with like Fusion and Slovak and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah,
sadly,
um,
when I had the pace actually in race 2, I fucked it up. So there's that.
Yeah,
it happens. doesn't it?
I think Vic was putting some. I think he was putting some chips in you to do well that race as well. And then we
Yeah,
just
no, like-
seeing you go into the pits and we're like, what's going on here?
The whole of last season, we've doing like 40-minute and 20-minute races, so I
Yeah.
got used to the whole 80 laps and 80 liters and 40 liters of fuel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is a sprint, 40 liters of fuel. Fuck. And it's a 30-minute race instead of a 20-minute, so yeah.
That's easily done. And
Eh.
you think in Imola you feel a little bit more confident in the Audi and in your fuel?
100%.
So you know next time that Imola is what? I think Imola's a 70-minute, 80-minute race.
Yeah, and you know me, I like the
So,
longer races. So.
You like the longer races. Well, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I
that's
get
the-
to
I'm
do a
hoping
pit
that's the
stop
case.
and not be
Yeah,
left.
we've got to ask the question before you go. What do you make of the new races then? The new boys to the league. Got to ask everyone it because it's new for everyone, and these boys are quick, man.
So I feel kind of sad about myself, bro, because me and Tom qualified like very close to P8. I think Tom
Yeah,
was
yeah.
8th, I was 9th or something. And you know, in past seasons, that would be like P1 and P2. So I'm like, man, I actually wasn't slow on this track, but these guys are just insane.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know like what they do, bro. They're aliens. Cause like watching them, like yeah, they do better on the corners, but it's not like they get like 3 seconds somewhere, bro. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to gain 3 seconds on them.
See, it just for me, I don't know whether you've ever seen like a Scalextrics. They're on a racing line and they never seem to come off it. Their own racing line. It's always nice and smooth, no dramas, and they just turn out laps consistently. I've got to give them plaudits for that, man. Like they're so consistent with their lap times.
Yeah, especially like Santema, I think in P1 he was doing consistent 145s, which is what I think my quali lap was a 46.1. So in the race he's doing 45s. He was like 13, 14 seconds ahead of P2, which is mad, bro.
Once his car got lighter as well for like the second half of the race, he was in 44s consistently.
I think that McLaren as well was like great on this track though.
That's what Pete was saying. He's saying it loves that track, that McLaren.
Yeah. Not my favorite track, honestly. The tire wear is very weird. The way it works, you end up overheating the front left constantly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a clockwise
It was a good race, good first race. It's only going to get better from here. And as I said, Imola 70 minutes pit stop, that's my type of jam, man.
Perfect. Well, we hope that goes well for you, Angel, man. And we're gonna drop you off now. I appreciate you chatting to us. Appreciate you being on the stream for the small amount of time.
Looking forward to rewatching it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, amazing, great, awesome. So I'm gonna drop you now. But peace, brother. Take care, man.
I think me and you should have some closing thoughts on the race. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think come across some real new fast people at part of the league. You know, we're looking at.
I'm glad, you know. I'm glad that it shakes things up.
Some of these guys needed to be checked on the ACC track. You know what I mean? They got sick of seeing
a polite humbling, as we were.
Yeah,
a polite humbling.
Our boy Santama really went out and did that today, and Romeo did great, and Halgard, and these are all real close drivers in terms of pace. And
hey, Ruth, there's always like reserve drivers, man.
That's so good on Imola.
Well, I'm a Chaos NT with a follow, baby. Thank you very much. Welcome to Huts.
Curbs, especially through the tight chicane towards the end of the track, Klein could see itself in a bit of a worse position, and those cars that kind of glide over, BMW, Aston Martins, stuff like that, real big.
I was noticing on the curbs that McLaren hated the curbs at Watkins. You know, if it ever touched one with a bit of camber, it was gone.
Yeah, it hates them everywhere. It's a very known hater of curbs. So
it was like a kitten on marble floor. It's just getting sketchy.
Kitten mittens just slide everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's good though. I'm glad to see a bit of competition, and I'm glad that we have a lot of good front runners. And I'm kind of, after seeing Spa, I don't know what it is about P Romeo. I just that's who I'm gravitating towards right now.
Listen, you know,
bumblebees in the car.
You know who my favourite is, and I'll go out on my shield. It's Sherlock, man, but he's turning into Blastoise and spinning on his back. The last two races, it's not good, man.
It's a shame, and I think it's such a bizarre connection issue that unfortunately seems to just be getting every single Friday at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm hoping for a closer race in Imola because there was a bit of a gap. But that being said, it is a 70-minute to 8-minute race. So
what I think prior to next race as well, we've got to get the 2-time race winner for the stage 1 in Saitama. We have to get him in. We've got to get him in.
Find out his Discord.
Yeah, we've got to find out who he is, and we've got to get him in first prior race, because that man, first corner in the wet on the outside, makes it stick and just sails off into the sunset. Second race in the dry, sets the fastest lap time, and then again just sails off into the sunset. So we've got to give him his flowers, man. Prior to stage 2, we've got to give the man his flowers.
We'll find him and we'll drag him in if he's happy to do so. And 100%, I think the weeks goes by, a lot of these people get a bit more confident in the league as well. So hopefully that is the case. And
I'm hoping seeing a bit more from Tom as well, because we know his pace from F1. The man is quick. Like he's our drivers. He's leading our drivers right now, isn't he?
He is, in F1. Yes.
So we know he's a quick man. I just feel he's got to be a bit braver in the M4, because that M4, me and you both know, even with a nerf, that thing is quick.
I mean, I think we'll see at Imola. In all fairness, like I said, I think the cars that can glide over the curbs are a lot more forgiving on tracks with curbs, like I say, and Imola's full of them. So, the McLaren's not going to be quite as crazy in those corners, and they're probably gonna have to be a little bit more careful, kind of going through them. So I think we could see a definitely a different lineup to next week in terms of who won, especially when it comes to the car brand. So
we see a return of which races next week? Is Six racing in ACC, or is he not? I know Jabber is, so we'll see a return of him next week.
Not sure about it, but I think Jabber is definitely here for next week, as he was pestering me for setups. So I think he will be here for next race, and unfortunately we didn't get to see him crash out in this race. So
oh mate, he didn't crash out in the practice race. That's rude.
Barely. But yeah, hopefully next week we'll see a few different new drivers.
You're telling me we were on board with him? We just seen him flip upside down. It was bizarre.
We never know who might be quick at Imola, and that's what makes this kind of very exciting for us.
Well,
so.
I had my dark horse, Joris Peter Ween, to basically run away with it, and like that first wet, he was like 10th, 11th, if I'm not mistaken. Qualified 10th, 11th. He was pretty far back. I think in the dry, he kind of found his flow a bit, but still not as quick as Peter Romeo and Seitzman. I think them two boys were just... them two will be fighting for number one. They're just slightly ahead of the rest. Slightly.
Well, it's like we said, Santama had a massive gap. Romeo and the people behind Romeo were only about 3 or 4 seconds behind. So, although...
but it could be a great setup, by the way. You never know, because the setups are very, very important with this game, as you know. That could be the make or break for a good race or a terrible race if you get the wrong thing set up.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And I think a lot of the other cars for next race are going to be looking at the setup being kind of pivotal, especially the McLarens as well. Again, they are going to want to try and glide over those curves as much as they can. So, have
we got it where you're locked into the car that you choose at the start, or can you change your car?
I think they're locked in. So I think
I'd prefer that way, because I remember on last season, I know I was floating in and about. People were changing the cars every now and again, including yourself.
I think a lot of people just kind of, the new hype of the Ferrari came out, and a few people wanted changes and stuff like that. So I think that might have been just the case for that one. But I think they are locked into the cars, and I think, well, I hope they are anyway. So, but I think in terms of last thoughts and stuff, I think that's it, at least for me anyway. And just hoping Imola is a better race,
So closing thoughts, moment of the race for yourself.
Ooh, God, so many.
Just to close off.
For me, there's 2 moments. Paul McClart losing fuel on the last moment of the lap there, after Schmidt binning it on the last few corners, and which was super unfortunate for him. And I think another one was, unfortunately, Hallgaard's losing of 2 positions in the last lap as well. Like, just one more lap, and he would have made it. And
I think if we go back to that replay, we'll see slight contact going around the outside. Him and Clark Kent touch, and that subsequently resulted in him going really wide to try and keep it stable. I think for me, my moment is Van Munster and just sat on the track a lap down and just still there, and Fusion comes around the corner, and he's had a torrid time already, and it just got worse for him, so he just retired.
I feel sorry for Fusion.
So for me, I think that was a culmination of Fusion's day, that the guy was just sat in the middle of the track, and Fusion's just a magnet for what was about to unfold.
Yeah, usually a magnet for trouble anyway, isn't it, Fusion? It's a shame, really, especially in this case.
Are you sure, Ruth?
But Next week, hopefully, Imola's
What?
a lot more forgiving for some drivers. Maybe not so forgiving for others.
Schmidt. Nice to meet you, Schmidt, man. Oh, is that?
Yeah. Hopefully, if the cars
So
are
Llama
stuck in that
Chaos
position that they're supposed to
NT
be in,
is
people
Schmidt.
being in
Yeah, man.
BMWs for every race, people being in McLaren for every
We're
race,
on board with
which I
you.
think it is. Could definitely find ourselves in a bit of a mix-up.
Also, we've just got some news, by the way, just before we leave. Reef has just, I don't know if you read in the chat. So that apparently was on purpose. Him taking out the grid, yeah. He deliberately parked it there to take out the grid. So he won't be here going forwards.
Okay, well let's we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that off stream, and yeah, we'll.
It's not a nice one to look at. It's not a nice one to watch, and it's not a nice one to be involved in.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Really, Crucified.
Yeah.
We've
covered everything.
Yeah, I think that's about everything, and it was great 2 races today. I really enjoyed it. I loved the dynamic of the rain and the dry. Really showed what people's paces were in both situations, at least on Wakins Glen.
Yeah.
And yeah, cracking race from everybody. Shame for a few, great for others, and hope to see you all next week at Imola, and really excited for it. But yeah, on that note, we'll catch you guys next week. We will be here, the pair of us, ready to go through all this again for a long 90 minutes or so. So
yeah, it's going to be a long one next week. But again, thank you
Go
all
for
for
it.
stopping by. I think we hit a peak viewers of 12 today, which is, I think that's a new record for Huts. So I'm chuffed with that. Chuffed with that. Again, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Vic, for taking part in CodeCom again.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah, man. And I'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Yeah, take care, guys. Bye.